Time to fat test Brightline, the high-speed rail between Orlando and Fort Lauderdale. The Brightline actually runs from Orlando down to Miami with stops in West Palm Beach, Boca Raton, Aventura, Fort Lauderdale, and of course Miami. But we're only going down to Fort Lauderdale for about 24 hours. By the way, this is Jason Vaughn, your guide to navigating theme parks and travel destinations as a plus-size person with confidence and comfort. Stay tuned to find out why this may be your new favorite way to travel. As we make our way through security, let me share with you a little bit about the logistics. We parked at WallyPark for $25 for about 2-night stay. Took us about 23 minutes to get from there to Terminal C with 4 drop-offs along the way. So there's no need to rush as boarding only begins 13 minutes before departure and is quick and easy. At the terminal, we encountered a multitasking bartender who also was doing all the cooking, so it could take a little bit of time, so order food early if you were planning to. I got a drink and a bag of chips for $7.99. Not bad for airport-style food, but be prepared for some delays if they're also flipping burgers. For security, an interesting thing was they didn't actually check IDs. We did have to scan our ticket to get through, but it's like the honor system, I guess, but on a train. I'm sure it's a lot safer, though. On the train, I did find out that the Brightline offered free Wi-Fi, but my phone signal generally was working better in most of the route. And there was also free Wi-Fi here in the lounge area as well. I got the Smart ticket and the Smart Saver ticket. I did not try the Premium, though I will show you a quick video of what those seats look like. Everything did run on time, and you're more than likely, unless there's an accident, to get something on time. They don't have to worry about rain delays as much. The premium lounge and the premium seats looked nice, but since I didn't find that the train was super packed, I don't know if it was really worth the extra cost. But sometimes you should check it out because it was a short. Sometimes I think they were only like $5 if you weren't using another discount code, more than the Smart Saver. The difference between the Smart ticket and the Smart Saver ticket is with the Smart ticket, you can actually change your seats, you can cancel, and you can choose your seats. They have a lot of discount codes going on, so we just used whichever one was using the discount code. On one of them, it was Smart Saver. On one of them, it was just, and then on the other one, it was Smart. Smart Saver is the cheaper one. The train comes is named after different colors, all with BrightPink was the one we were on, BrightYellow, BrightBlue, or others. The bar was completely full. The average drink ticket was about $16 for a cocktail. Quick note about travel etiquette. I'm not going to show him, but the guy that sat beside us on the plane didn't seem to understand, and they did speak a different language, the concept of headphones. Their children were very loud, and he was blasting his TikTok or YouTube reels. Probably a cultural difference, but pro tip, just between the cabins, there is a designated area if you need to make a quiet phone call, so you can go there and you won't have to listen to everyone else. It's a nice area. It's right by the bathroom. Now let's get back to the actual seats. The seats in coach actually offer tons of legroom. Now this is the format you'll see for the first class, where you have 2 on one side, 1 on the other. There's a lot of tables with some of the seats. Again, you can do that when you're choosing the seats. We did not have those on any of ours where we were in our normal seats. We were just side by side, but we did end up getting to just move to a place where there was an open table, and there were an open seat beside each of us doing that. And we were lucky enough, somebody could have gotten on a different part of the route and requested us to move, and we were obviously ready for that, but it never happened. There's nobody that ever had any of those seats reserved, and we did check to see. One thing I like about these tables is they do have plugs, and they have USB plugs as well. Plenty of seat room here by myself. Brian, if you had to, could sit here. It'd be a little bit cramped, but it's nothing like an airplane seat. There's no seat belts, so you don't buckle up or anything on these. There's plenty of, we've got a large table right here. Now we did move from our original seats. I'll show you those later, where the regular seats were there just side by side, and see and show you how that works out. But right now, this has a lot more room, and we have these outlets here. Plenty of room for everything. Here are the regular coach seats. You can see there's plenty of room, and amazing. Look at that. You can pull that down and there's still space, even with my big gut. But there's something else that's really cool. This little section right here, You can pull that out if you just want to put your phone on something or stack it up. That is genius. Every plane needs to do that. Here's another view of that so you can see how much space there is, and you just can put that. This is the perfect space for like my iPhone or something to watch a movie while we're on the train. Now, normally I wouldn't grab drinks or food, but since we're trying to get the full experience, here is the menu, and I wanted to go over that. Actually, the prices are high because you're trapped on a train and couldn't get anything else. Should have brought something. I don't know if you can bring liquid on here. I actually did not check. You probably can't because they did scan it, but I'm not sure. I will end up ordering something here in a second to show you that and to go through that experience. Right now, this is right when we hit 125 miles per hour. This is the max speed of the train, so you can kind of see us going along past the traffic. Continuing to explore these tables, you can see there's this little pull-out thing. By the way, if you're trying to push this back in, you push down on the top of it. Now here's the cart. I decided to go with this liquor combo, which was 2 alcohol and I got a juice and these chips. I was actually able to make 4 drinks out of this, so I used half of that. Now let's go explore the restroom. Tight spaces on airplanes? Not here. Check this out. Now the door is a little slow to open, but look at this space. This is bigger than my restroom at home, I think. Very large space. I think that this was kind of like a big selling point for them is let the door close. It does take a little bit longer to shut. You'll see that it is locked there, and then you'll just press that again to open it back up. And this is how you flush the toilet. You have to block that little light. There's even a baby changing station in here. There's a full sink with the little Tyson thing that blows air on both sides of your hands, a light-up mirror, so much going on in this bathroom. It's great. This is probably one of the best parts of it, not to have to deal with an airplane bathroom or stopping while you're on a road trip to do it, because I have to go to the bathroom a lot, so this was perfect for me. Again, this is also the area where you'll stop and make a phone call. Another small thing about the seats is you'll see there that the arm between the seats actually fully goes up into the seat, so it's not pointing out if you go over the seat size a little bit. With the tip, by the way, the 2 Tito's drink I got, the lemonade and the chips were $30. A nice way to relax on the plane. Not something I would normally do, but again, for the video, wanted to experience it. You can tap to pay with your card, whatever works for you. There were some nice parts of the views when we were really close to the water, but most of the trip, I have to say, was fairly boring. I don't think that there's a lot of great views for about 95% of the trip. We had a brief about 5-minute stop for people to get on and off in West Palm Beach. For this train, we actually skipped Boca. The staff was absolutely amazing. And by the way, we actually were able to change onto a train from an earlier trip, and they waived a $50 fee for us. Strange thing that I noticed, but on the second leg of the trip, after we got to West Palm Beach, there were a lot more ads on these screens. I don't know why they didn't have them for the first part, but maybe it's because these were advertised much more to locals, or they sold the space, because that's been in business for about 10 years versus this one that's been in business for about 6 months, but something that I thought was interesting. One note about the Fort Lauderdale terminal, it's also located by the bus terminal, and there were a lot of homeless people around, a lot of drug use that we noticed happening. People passed out that we kind of had to step over once we got out of there, because I walked to our hotel because it was fairly close. Even though it was so close, I probably would have just grabbed a quick Uber from the station just to feel a little bit safer. Overall, I absolutely adored this entire thing, both front and back. The stations were great. They were so clean. It was a great train ride. So much easier and simpler than flying or driving. And the price was very comparable, especially with the deals they are currently running. So I would highly check them out. This is not sponsored in any way. I have no relationship with Brightline yet. If they would like to, please contact me. I love this trip. I love this transportation. And I would love to work with you guys. And if you decide to take it, I think you'll enjoy it too. For plus-size people, this is especially a great way to travel. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next one.